Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Uh, I am Dr. Bree. I'm your health and wellness coach and your pharmacist. And I was trying to go live, but I didn't know what I was doing, so I wasn't able to go live. So you're probably watching this video as a recorded video. So, however you're watching this video, thank you so much for joining my channel. So I realized that I've got a few videos and so thankful for the subscribers who have decided to connect with me. I'm so excited. You will not regret it. But I began thinking, I don't have a video yet telling you my own personal testimony, or at least with the title of how I lost 47 pounds without any medication. So eventually I will get the hang of this and be able to do this live. But once again, thank you for joining and tuning in. So I'm just going to just share, not going to be on here long, but I'm just going to share with you just my personal testimony how I lost 47 pounds. So um, back in 2021, 2021, I experienced a very, I guess, life-altering experience in my personal life. Was going through a separation leading to a divorce, and so going through that whole process, I experienced some weight gain. Now I had, naturally when you're married, usually you gain weight anyway. So, but during that time, I had experienced some weight gain. I had been at my heaviest weight. And if you go to my website, I've got some pictures on there before and after. Um, but I was at my heaviest weight. And so during this time, I just didn't feel my best. So anybody who has gone through a divorce, unfortunately, your emotions are all over the place. It's just a very intense, stressful time. So, but I wasn't feeling my best, just aside from all the emotions that go along with going through a divorce. And I decided that okay, I'm not sure what's going on with me. I had problems with like achy joints. I just didn't feel good. I just feel bloated. I just didn't feel like myself. I just felt like a weight was on my shoulders. And again, a lot of that had to do with because what was going on in my personal life at that time, going through a separation and a divorce. So I made the decision. I said, I don't want to get on medication. Now I'm a pharmacist. Okay. And but I always, had a desire to want to know how to use food as medicine. But I wanted to go more of a holistic route to see what in the world is going on with me. So I made a decision to seek out a holistic medical doctor, also known as a functional medicine practitioner. And a functional medicine practitioner is one who deals with root cause, but they may be a physician assistant, a medical doctor, a nurse practitioner. So they have a actual foundation of being a healthcare provider, but that's like additional certification that they take to be a functional medicine practitioner. So a lot of times, so they are trained to deal with root cause, and they run lots of different tests on you that your regular healthcare provider may or may not run these tests. Also, when you go to a functional medicine practitioner, you also, a lot of times, the type of test that they run is not covered by insurance. So you kind of know, or if you are interested in going that route, pursuing holistic medicine, most of the time the services are not covered by insurance. So that's why I like to say invest in yourself by investing in your health. When you are paying out of pocket for a healthcare provider who is functional medicine practitioner, they're trained to deal with root cause, it's going to be a lot more expensive. But I'm telling you, it is an investment. I am so glad I made that decision. I think I went in around November, December of 2022. Best decision I could ever made because it's really helped to put me on the path that I am today. So anyway, not feeling well, went to my functional medicine practitioner. And so when I met with her, she began to share with me that she had a health coach. And so her services were divided in two parts. One part was she does like an assessment, she does labs, various different tests for different things, and then she will refer you to her health coach, which is a separate service, a separate fee, but that person will teach you how to, um, eliminate certain foods from your diet that might be causing like inflammation, which we know now that inflammation is a really huge part of a lot of the chronic diseases that we do face today. So, um, just going over, so when I went to her, my focus was not weight loss. My focus was I just want to feel better. So when I went to her, some of the tests that she did, she tested all kinds of different things. She tested my hormones. She did a hormone panel, which included like progesterone and estrogen, testosterone, and cortisol, because we always forget about cortisol. Um, and I did not realize this, but I was entering into those stages of perimenopause. So that's why I'm really passionate about teaching women about menopause, perimenopause, how to manage this phase of your life, because it's not supposed to be this dread, almost like a death sentence curse. Oh my gosh. But you can manage it by making those lifestyle changes, which is also why I began this channel as well. So she tested all of that. Um, and I found out that like I said, my hormones were out of balance. By the way, you do begin to enter perimenopause somewhere around your mid to late 30s. So, but it's very subtle. Um, so anyway, uh, my cortisol levels were elevated. And if you don't know that cortisol can affect your sleep, it can definitely contribute to weight gain. We have a normal level of cortisol that's supposed to peaks certain times of the day and then it'll drop certain times of the day because if it stays elevated too long at the wrong time of the day, you're not gonna be able to sleep. Well, anyway, when she went over my results for the cortisol, you guys, it was like she had a chart, and mine was like off the chart. Well, you can imagine that because of the level of stress, because when you're in stress, your cortisol levels peak, they spike. But mine was so high because of what I was going through with the separation and divorce. It was like off the chart. Like the chart had to be like readjusted so it could kind of fit some kind of way where I was, but it was just off the chart. Um, she also checked my gut health. So on this channel, I will be teaching you about gut health because gut health, you may hear a lot about that now, but that if you can manage your gut health, because if your gut is off balance, then that's going to throw a lot of different things off balance in your body. So she checked that and she diagnosed me with something called like leaky gut. It's like everything was wrong with my gut. Gut dysbiosis, which means there's an off balance of the um, microbiome, your microbiome, or your gut um, in general. So you have good bacteria that's in there. There's supposed to be like a balance of these different bacteria and things that like that in your gut. But mine was so off balance. It was an overgrowth, okay, an imbalance. So gut dysbiosis means there's a gut imbalance. So that was all out of whack. So all different things. And then she tested for micronutrients because in your gut makes a lot of like your B vitamins and things like that. So those micronutrients like your zinc and selenium and those different your B vitamins, vitamins like that. So if your gut is thrown off track, you're not going to be able to make the proper make the nutrients that you need to make that your body needs. So that was all off track. Now I would have never known this if I had not gone to her to get these particular type of tests because I didn't know anything about gut dysbiosis or none of this stuff. So I'm a pharmacist, but I didn't learn this stuff in school, and I know I've been out of school a very long time. So, but she tested everything. So what she did was, and I'm looking down, I'm looking at my notes, is that she did begin to talk to me about some options as far as taking some supplements. It was like a slew of supplements that she gave me to help balance out my gut, um, to help bring down my cortisol levels. She prescribed some bioidentical hormone replacement therapy because some some of my, based on my symptoms, I was, having a hard time sleeping. So my progesterone levels is off because progesterone does help with your sleep. It helps with your mood, helps you to relax and things like that. So she had prescribed that for me, some testosterone for me because that was, um, according to her interpretation, was off balance. Anyway, it was just a lot. It was just a chaos going on inside. So that's what I did. So then I went to the health coach. So I did that. She put me on, like I said, the practitioner put me on this regimen, and I was to follow up with her for about 3 months. And she put me on fish oil as well. And then she put me on, I think it was like some copper and zinc. Like I said, everything. It was just all a mess internally. All that was going on. Root cause that I would have not known about if I did not really know to seek out a functional medicine healthcare provider. In our city, we have very few of those. So, but there, if you are interested in learning about how you can reach out to someone that is a functional medicine healthcare provider, definitely email me at info@keepwellnesssimple.com. It's info@keepwellnesssimple.com. I'll try to put that in the chat as well. And then I can kind of guide you, depending on what city you live in, share with you some resources so you can get connected with that. But remember, most of those services are not covered by insurance, so you have to pay out of pocket. So if nothing else, you talk to that person, get a consultation. Some of them offer free consultation, find out what their price range is, or they may have a payment plan, things like that, or try to save up so that okay, this is where I'm headed. I want root cause. Okay, so remember, it's an investment and it's life changing. I've gotten probably 1,000-fold return on the investment I made in my health. Um, okay, so after that, so I went and met with the health coach. And so the health coach, I was really fascinated because she had just a wealth of information that she had shared with me that I had no idea. And God has put on my heart a lot of that information that I learned from my health coach, along with the health coaching classes that I took to become nationally board certified health and wellness coach. I'm going to share with you guys on social media. Put it out there because we need to get our bodies healthy. We need to take charge of our health again. So, but I learned some awesome things, and I was so amazed at the knowledge. I said, you know what? This is not going to only help me. I can help a lot of my patients this way. Um, and people and family, and this is. I said, God, this is not just for me. Sometimes God will allow you to go through something so that you can help somebody else and bring them out. So, but that's I was just so fascinated by the knowledge and everything. And so I'm like, where has all this information been? It's like it's been kept away from us, but you got to seek it out. Sometimes the truth, you got to really seek out the truth. It's not on the surface. It's almost like, how bad do you want it? One of the first things that the health coach asked me was she had to assess where was I mentally. Actually, before I even went to the health care provider, functional medicine provider, before I even went to her, she sent me a packet of forms to fill out. But in one of her forms, it deals with your mindset. When I got the health coaching classes, they give you like a notebook, and the first few pages dealing with the mindset. Are you committed to making this change in your life? Because this is a commitment. I mean, this is life changing. The information that your health coaches, and that's what they were letting me know. The information that you're going to receive, it's up to you. We're going to present the information, but it's up to you to put the work into it. Nobody's going to hold your hand. And I'm going to tell you, spending that kind of money, I was like, oh, I'm going to be to every class I need to be at. And I'm going to make sure because I have spent a lot of money on this, number one. And number two, I want to feel better. I want to get my health back. And I know you want to get your health back too. So we have to take charge of our health, you guys. Nobody is going to do that for you. You have to be the one to do that. Take charge, take the initiative. So your mindset has to be renewed when you are making a decision to health and wellness or wholeness, because it is truly a journey of wholeness. I went to, and I'll go back to my story in a minute, but I just thought about this. I went to a really awesome like health and wellness workshop or seminar, and it was so intimate. It wasn't a whole lot of people there, but it was a nice small crowd, and I went there as a part as to kind of learn some things regarding another service, a product that I'm going to bring to you guys soon. That's going to change your life as well. It's a plant-based product, but my business coach, she was doing this demonstration about smoothies, doing salads in a jar, and I had heard these things. I do smoothies all the time, but just knowing the right way to make it in the proper order. Like all those things mean something, not just throwing something together, in a blender and blend it up, but it's the order of it and making sure you have all your nutrients and things like that. But I say all that to say that we've got to get busy with not only getting our health back, and especially if you are a healthcare provider and you are watching this video, I challenge you to really begin to pursue out, not just for you, in addition to you and your family, but also for your patients, other options out there, holistic options out there that really help people. But as I was sitting there, a lot of the questions that they asked the provider that was a guest speaker was about medications. But I wasn't invited to speak. I just, came for other reasons to observe and things like that and learn some things from the new service I'm going to be offering, the new product. And but I was listen to the questions because people are, you guys, we all like, who likes being on a lot of medication? I mean, people, you take your medication, but I haven't met anybody yet that loves to take their medication. Unless you're taking some of the weight loss medicines and you get such good benefits from it, which I'm going to do a video on some side effects to watch out for with these weight loss drugs and solutions. So stay tuned to my channel, subscribe. But anyway, but it was just very informative. But when I go to events like that and I'm really hearing like what are the minds of people? What are they thinking about? So overall, people want to get well and they're tired of taking all this medicine, spending all this money, and it's like getting them nowhere. They want to know how can I be get back to getting off all this medicine and be hopefully made whole, or at least in a better state that you're currently in. So that's my little spiel on that. So anyway, getting back to my story. So I did a very intensive, I mean intensive, I call it a boot camp, um, health coaching program, but it was life changing where I had to eliminate certain foods. And I took some of that and kind of incorporated and switched up a little bit into the services that I offer as a health coach. But just learned so much in all of that and decided to go on and be a health coach myself. Because again, I said, this is not just going to help me, but this is going to help so many people. Um, so that's basically it. So to kind of fast forward to where I am now, as I look at my notes, one of the other things about with having a health coach is dealing with those behavior changes. So I actually after I did the health coaching program through the Institute of Integrative Nutrition, shout out to IIN out of New York City, New York. I did that. I think it was like a 4-month program, and then they had some other programs too that I did. I got a special training in gut health, special training in hormonal health, um, things like that. And then they had another course where they did a little bit more deeper training as health coaching. So health coaching is really targeting those behavior changes. And so, you may ask, okay, Dr. Bree, you lost 47 pounds. So I was 167 before I started doing the um, seeing the function medicine practitioner and health coaching, being involved in that. I was 167. You might say that's not a lot of weight, but I'm gonna tell you, when you see that picture on my website, is I just not was not feeling my best at all. So I have, like I say, I've lost that, but how have I been able to maintain it? And I'm gonna tell you, um, been able to maintain it is because of getting rid of for one, the number one stress that was in my life. But managing stress, I don't have that level of stress in my life anymore, for one. And then number two, I realized I need to set an example. Like I've learned now through understanding and being taught and just studying on my own in different classes that I've taken, I learned like I'm eating for purpose now. I'm doing what we call meaningful eating. I'm not just every now and then I do like snack on something or things like that. But for the most part, when I put foods together, there's a reason why I'm putting certain foods together. There's a reason why I've got like this protein, this wild caught salmon with this asparagus, with some roasted asparagus and some sweet potato, because all those food are adding benefits to my body. And so when you're having that knowledge, I'm very strategic of what I put together. And that's why I'm able to really maintain my weight. But like I said, number one, I got rid of the major stressor and I was able to focus on self-care again. And number two, I got the knowledge and information to know what to eat, what to put in my body. And that's something that I want to teach you, not just giving you a whole bunch of knowledge, but what to put in your body. But number three, with health coaching, this is so critical to sustaining that weight loss is dealing with those behavior changes. Um, when I was in the health coaching program, we had to coach our peers. And so we had to learn how to be, our colleague, or our peer would be, one would be the coach, we'll do role play. I would be maybe the client and my colleague would be the coach and vice versa. And we would do role play, but we are learning how to provide a safe space, and this is what true health coaching is, a safe space for you to become self-aware of what your barriers are, of what your challenges are, um, assisting you and supporting you as you come up with your own wellness vision. What does wellness look like for you? Because for one person, it could be, I want to get off, I'm on 10 medications and I want to get off five. I want to only be on maybe five medications. That might be wellness. Or somebody may say their wellness vision may be, well, I want to be able to move around and play with my grandkids. I just want to feel better. So whatever feel better looks like. But as health coaches, we provide that support and that safe space so that you become self-aware of what those barriers are, what your goal is, and how you're going to get to that goal. You set, we support you along your path to set goals. We support you on that path to come up with, okay, solutions like, okay, if I'm in this situation, this is why I started eating in the first place, or this is why I'm this size in the first place. Because ideally, when you're in health coaching, you should be able to come to a realization or self awareness of why you are where you are. Like as a health coach, I can't tell you why you're in the condition or that you're in. I cannot tell you that, but you will be in an environment where you will become self-aware, because we're health coaches, not supposed to just tell you this and that. Oh, you should do this, you should do that. No, we're there to provide support, to listen, and you will become self-aware, because that's where the true change comes in, that self-awareness. Like, oh, or when you're coming up with solutions, like you're faced with, tempted to eat, grab this snack. It's like, oh, wait a minute. I already came up with the solution. If I'm encountered with this scenario that's going to make me stressful and it's going to be a trigger and then I'm going to want to eat, nope, I already have a plan in place. So a plan B, C, D, and E, and everything. So health coaches, we provide that support so that you can come up with your own solution, because again, you know your life, you know your circumstance. What works for me may not work for you. So that's the value of health coaching. Again, let me repeat that. And again, I'm looking down because I'm looking at my notes. The value of health coaching is to provide a safe space so that you can become self-aware initially of what your barriers are, what your challenges are, support you in your goal setting. Like, what is your wellness vision? What does wellness look like for you? And then lastly, we support you or provide a safe space so that you can come up with your own solutions that are practical for your own life. One thing I really love about Institute of Integrative Nutrition is because they really drive home the point that as health coaches, we have to make sure that everybody, it's about bio individuality. Everybody's unique, everybody is different. I cannot force my values on you. I'm not there to judge you. I'm not here to judge you. We're not, as health coaches, here to judge you. We're not here to put our opinion on you. We can ask you if you mind if we give a suggestion. That's how it's supposed to be. But we're not here to say you're supposed to do this or criticize you or judge you or anything like that. When you set those goals and you come and we meet and I ask you, okay, tell me something that went well. Or tell me something, what were some of your challenges? So what did you do about it? I'm not there to say, what? You mean to tell me that you did not walk 5 miles because that was your goal and you're supposed to walk those five? I am so disappointed. You know, that is not my job. And if you're in a coaching program like that, you need to find another coach because that is not real health coaching. We're here to support you in every way possible and ask permission if we can give any type of things that may help you or assist you in that if you get stuck. So I wanted to share that. But health coaching really just seals the deal. You know, you got the weight loss. You say you want to lose 25 pounds or whatever the case may be. But that health coaching really sets the deal because it to me it's like it slows you down. That self-awareness is so important because that's where the change happens. That's where true transformation happens when you become self-aware of wow, that's why, I'm an emotional eater. I eat when da 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 fill in the blank. When this happens, when that happens. I never thought about that. Now, so when that situation happens, whatever that is, you have a plan. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna go there because that's a trigger for me to eat. So I'm gonna go walking or I'm going to journal or whatever the case may be. So that's why I really love the whole concept behind health coaching. So like I say, health someone may say, okay, well, health coaches, what's the difference between a health coach and a counselor? Because there are some similarities in there because we both do like motivational interviewing. And I'll talk about that in another video, but making everything centered around the patient and things like that, or centered around the client to come up with what works for you. But counseling you tends to deal with things in your past to get you to where you are now. And health coaches, we tend to focus on the future, how we're going to launch you, help you to launch into your future to get to that wellness vision that you see for yourself, to get to that place of from 15 medications to 10 medications, or from 5 medications to no medications. But it's about the future. So even though it's health and wellness coaching, it's so many different areas that tie into that, which is another reason why I brought to this channel because health and wellness is more than just taking a whole bunch of vitamins. It's more than just, okay, you got to exercise. It's a slew of things. It's an orchestra of things. It's different things working together in harmony to create health and wellness and wholeness. Okay. So, like I said, I was going to do a live and I was going to leave time for questions, but I'm going to figure this out and I am definitely going to be going live at some point. So make sure you subscribe to my channel. And I hope this was very helpful to you because I really want you to know how I lost 47 pounds and I've kept it off for 2.5 years. And I have not taken any weight loss pills, no injectables, no Ozempic, no Wegovy, no Mounjaro, none of that. Nothing wrong with that because I'm going to do some videos on that. But I didn't do that. So, and I want to help you if that's the goal. If you're using those weight loss drugs, I think it's fine to jump start the weight loss. But then I really am a firm believer you need more. You need more. You need some health coaching. and you need to learn about, you need some nutrition support and all of that fun stuff. So, and I am here to help you. So, if you would like to know more about my services of Keep Wellness Simple, definitely feel free to email me at info@keepwellnesssimple.com, or you can go to my website, which is keepwellnesssimple.com. I'll put that in the chat. That is keep in the description, sorry. Keepwellnesssimple.com. Keepwellnesssimple.com. You can email me and let me know what questions you have. You can go on in, you can book a strategy call. I'm putting in a commercial, you guys, for about health coaching services. But you can put in, you can schedule a discovery call, 15-minute free strategy call where you can talk to me and I can, hear your concerns and we can come up with a strategy and a plan. So definitely reach out to me. Follow me on all YouTube channels, uh, all social media channels, TikTok, what am I, YouTube, Instagram. And you guys, it's a process because I'm telling you, I really knew nothing much about social media. So be patient with me. If there's no major post up there yet, it is coming. But follow me. I love you guys. I thank God for you. Again, I thank God for those who have subscribed. And if you haven't subscribed, you got to subscribe. I'm telling you, the information that you're going to receive on this channel is going to be life changing, not just for yourself, but for your children, for your grandchildren. It is time for us to pass along generational health. The physician that was talking today, he mentioned about we need to start cooking again at home. We need to start getting our kids together, teach them how to cook, teach your children how to cook, teach your children how to cook. That's generational health. Pass it down. Get out there and get those children out there exercising, off of those smart devices and video games, get them out there riding bikes, and you ride with them. You set the example as a parent to exercise and work out with your children. All right, that's enough for me tonight, you guys. I love you guys. I thank God for you. I pray that you were blessed by this content, and I will see you really, really soon. Good night.